first vacationist to set out to find fun in Florida was the Spanish adventurer Ponce de Leon. He had sailed with Columbus and heard rumors of a marvelous fountain of youth somewhere north of Cuba. He only discovered Florida, but 1 million people of all ages discovered their youth here every year. The ancient city gates of St. Augustine open upon the site of the earliest American colony, where Castle San Marco, the oldest fort in the United States, still stands. Relics of Spanish rule abound in St. Augustine. The King's Treasury was erected in about 1600, and the old strong room is seen by hundreds of visitors daily. The slave market dates from 1824. It stands on the site of a similar market serving the old Spanish city. The oldest schoolhouse in the United States is a mecca for students of antique architecture and building construction. The oldest forms of transportation search for passengers, or else dream of finding that fountain of perpetual youth. In spite of the fact that St. Augustine is an old city, with even an original street laid out 300 years ago by the Spanish colonists, the modern business section is as alive and young in spirit as any in America. The Magic Fountain. Yes, and these young people claim to have come here from an old folks' home in wheelchairs. An alligator farm is close to the city, one of many in Florida, established because the gators were being exterminated, and there is a wide demand for their skins in the making of fancy leather goods. The Florida native says that a wallop from the tail is most dangerous, but the front end of an alligator doesn't look exactly safe. 18 miles south are the Marineland Studios, with the world's most amazing collection of deep-sea specimens. People never tire of the fun of feeding fish to porpoises. They literally stand on their tails. Palm Beach, of course, is the exclusive winter rendezvous of the socially elect, and many of its streets are lined with royal palms, not native trees, but brought here from Cuba. When snow and ice and earmuffs rule throughout the frozen north, it's postcard time for friends enjoying the summer-like climate of the south. Having fun in Florida, they write. Wish you were here. Mirrored in Mountain Lake at Lake Wales is the famous Singing Tower, built by Edward W. Brock as a perpetual interpretation of the motive which he gave as its keynote. Make you the world a bit better and more beautiful because you have lived in it. The Carillon of 71 Bells provides frequent recitals. In the shadow of the Singing Tower, thousands of visitors every winter enjoy a tropical wonderland known as the Cypress Gardens, where brilliant flowers and rare plants from far-off lands mingle here beneath the towering trees that are rooted in the water. The place has an everlasting appeal to all who love beauty. Flying south into the west, St. Petersburg unfolds below on the shores of the Gulf of Mexico. In winter, the city's leading newspaper distributes its editions free whenever the sun fails to shine. Probably no other single recreational game has so caught the imagination and won the favor of so many thousands of fun seekers in Florida as shuffleboard, the ship's deck game which came ashore at St. Pete. Today, there are more than 150 courts available for play. Thousands of people come to Sarasota in trailers and park in the world's largest trailer camp. And when it's winter in the north, who wouldn't envy even having a dog's life here? Here, too, are found the circus elephants, rehearsing that stunt that must be letter perfect next summer. Here, the greatest show on earth is at home during the winter, and it opens its gates to thousands of visitors to enjoy the daily exhibitions of aerial acrobats. as well as some of the world's fanciest riders. But for the real headquarters of fun in Florida, the rails, the roads, and the skyways lead to Miami on the East Coast, second in size only to Jacksonville. Biscayne Boulevard plainly proves that this is not merely a place for fun in winter, but actually is a thriving all-year-round business center. Bayfront Park, lying between the boulevard and the water, is the ideal place to loaf and relax in the sun beneath the palm trees. The fishing fleet puts out from Bayfront Park, and the strenuous sportsman looking for a thrill in the Gulf Stream is bound to be aboard. Marlin, tuna, kingfish, sailfish, and shark. Anything is likely to happen when a bait is trolled in these waters. Large fish and small ones. And no one sneers at the capture of a sparkling dolphin. Biscayne Bay is one of Florida's finest harbors, with easy access to the ocean and providing depths of water to accommodate the largest coastwise passenger steamers. In Everglades National Park is a great bird sanctuary, protecting the rare egret as well as thousands of herons of every species. The flamingos, brought to the United States from Cuba and Central America, have begun to nest and raise their young in their adopted land. Here they are at Hialeah Park, the great Florida racetrack, roaming in huge flocks all over the infield. When the birds are stampeded, they exhibit their peculiar knee action. Their legs flex in the opposite direction to that of human legs. The crowds in the paddock await the start. They're off, and hopeful thousands here for fun in Florida back their judgment with a firm belief that this race is in the bag, or else the next race. Optimism never dies. Other seekers of fun in Florida come with Mashie and Niblick. In and around Miami, there are 9 golf courses, and the fact that there is always a championship tournament every winter is an added attraction for the gallery. Of course, there are other attractions and other galleries, especially when rumor has it that a bathing beauty contest is on at Miami Beach. There they are, lined up for the grand parade. Here's an exhibition not often seen, shown in slow motion to capture the perfection of the dive from the high board. Into the net, and out. Complete turns in midair. And then a perfect finish. Every winter, the Miami to Nassau race is one of yachting's chief events. 184 miles across the Gulf Stream, they battle for honors, usually making the passage within 24 hours. Fast time for sailing yachts. For those who like the salt spray encrusting their faces and a lee rail awash, this is the life. And all of Florida means life and youth and fun, a land of joyous days and alluring nights.